where the party is.
Yes, that's exactly right. Hello, hi, Mark Zickery, Mr. Sci-Fi, and this is your Christmas present, Adam.
Thank you.
There you go.
Excellent.
And
we got presents. We've got
we've got Tim Russ. His band is setting up. We're showing Space Command in 3D in this room.
In live in 3D. We've got little chairs and everything set up.
Very, very cool.
Very cool. And we've got tons of people here. We've got our desserts table. Got to showcase that.
There's Tim Russ setting up.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. And he played Tuvok on Star Trek Voyager, of course, and many other wonderful projects.
Very cool. Yeah. And we've already got lots of guests here, and more guests arriving.
That's great.
Yeah. So, and look at that table. Look at all that food people brought.
That's great. And so Adam, so do I get on via? Do we just use one phone, or how does this?
We can just use one phone. I'll follow you around.
Sure. Well, why don't? Let me think what would be the best.
Okay.
I mean,
or we could stop the live and go, figure it out again.
No, not at all.
But this works.
Now that we've got live stream.
Yeah.
So there's questions. So basically, if people have questions, we can ask them. Hi, Nick.
Yeah, we can.
Hi, Vanya. Good to see you.
We've got Jason Bjorkman saying hello.
Hi, Jason. Good to see you. Welcome to Space Command Central.
Yeah.
Now over here.
Oh yeah, let's get
we can show you some of this.
Here,
We've got three studio spaces now. And so, yeah. This is Studio 3. This is the big one.
Yes.
And
look at how tall the ceiling is. Wow.
Yeah. And we're getting ready to shoot the alien spaceship here in the next few weeks. And so Eric Rodriguez, who designed that set and built it, this is the alien spaceship here. This is some of it. So this
there we go.
You're still on. Yeah?
Yes. Yep.
So this is from Pacific Rim. We've redressed it. This little cylinder. And this is part of the alien spaceship, the spaceship walls, the hibernation pods.
We've got an alien right here. Oh.
Yeah, good. It's good. And,
a former alien.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay.
All right. Yes, and we've got these other pods.
Yes.
Very nicely decorated.
And so it's going to be amazing, and we're still raising money for Space Command. So if you want to buy Space Command shares, let me know, or help in other ways.
And what's that email?
MarkZickery@gmail.com.
That's right.
Absolutely, Space Command shares, $7,500 each, and you get
it's a deal at twice the price.
Yes, it is. It is. Speaking as an investor yourself, and
indeed. And in fact, I'm going to turn it around and show. One of my first investor perks is this really cool jacket that I got.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see the back.
Yeah, it's got a very cool back.
It's got the original logo,
I can show the back. There we go. Let's see, Adam. There. Oh wow, that's so cool. You are the envy of your block.
It's very hot. It's very hot. But it's worth it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
All right, let's go back to Mark here.
Yeah.
And see if any.
Yeah. And these are. Yep.
Oh, Steve Case says, "Wish I could join you in person."
Well, maybe
that's why the live is here, so you can join us and be here, live vicariously through.
Through us. Yeah.
Through us.
But again, it's like. Now, which camera?
I gotcha.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for one thing, you get to see me do something I've never done on Mr. Sci-Fi, which is eat.
Hey, look at that.
And
Mr. Sci-Fi first, right here.
But many of the people here are members of my round table. Many of them have helped work on Space Command, so they've built sets and they've painted stuff and they've run mannequins over here and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Larry Houston over here. And so we're live streaming. So
hi guys.
This is Ann, and we're building our sets and doing all sorts of stuff.
You remember my name? I haven't seen you so long.
You're one of a kind. You're great.
Yes.
And Ann is world famous and an agent and, and all sorts of stuff and built things at Disneyland and amazing. This is over here. Hart.
Yes,
we're on live stream on Mr. Sci-Fi. Michelle was in Night Gallery, so
Yes.
she's famous and wonderful.
And she was also in a scene with me.
Yes, of course.
In upcoming in Forgiveness.
Yes.
We'll be finding.
And so, but just many.
Yep.
And so good to see you.
Miles
How are you
Flanagan.
doing? Good. Yeah, Miles Flanagan. Okay, so Larry Houston, the amazing Larry Houston. Larry did storyboards for Space Command, and also you've done a ton of stuff. You're famous. I mean, you.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, you produced.
His legend precedes him.
Yes.
This is the one I'm most famous for.
Yes,
There we
he produced-
go.
He produced X-Men.
Very
and,
nice.
So Man Among Men. So great. It's great to have you.
Yeah.
So, and we're showing the pilot in 3D in the other room.
You got to see that. Check it out.
Yeah.
So this is Vince, who's on Space Command. He's not only on camera talent, but he also is doing a ton of visual effects shots.
Yes.
And Roto and
One of our VFX
Yes.
wizards.
And he's so incredibly good looking that he's wearing the mask not because of COVID, but because if he took off the mask, everyone would be so stunned they would forget to eat.
Yes. And speaking of talented people.
Moss is our DP. We're live streaming on Mr. Sci-Fi. And that's Juliana.
Oh my.
Look out. Before it goes flying. So here's Juliana. Hi, Juliana. So good to see you. This is Moss's daughter, and she's been wonderful on set and incredibly helpful and just irreplaceable. So, well, great.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
We're showing Space Command 3D in the other room.
Oh, I saw those.
It's really
Yeah.
Make sure you wear the glasses. It's a little Vince.
Otherwise, it's not going to be a good experience.
Yeah. So, and this is one source. We're live streaming on Mr. Sci-Fi. This is one source, who's a supporter of Space Command.
Yep.
And just a wonderful, wonderful human being.
Maybe 1% of the fan and my legs.
All right.
Whoever can get higher than that anyway.
Yeah.
And this is Jordy Shell. We're live streaming on Mr. Sci-Fi. Jordy was a brilliant creature maker, and we are using a number of his alien heads in Space Command. And I can't wait to share that with you.
Up on the Orville.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that's great.
Bonnie Janowski says everyone's looking great.
Yes, that's great. And this is
my wife, Sharon.
This is Jim.
Hello, Sharon.
And so because we all need that, or else we're screwed. You know. So it's like, God knows what we'd be without those who love us. So great. But thanks. Good to see you, Jordan.
Yeah. And Rose Kirby says hello to all.
Hi, Rose.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Rose, too.
Mr. Sci-Fi. And this is Nick Roberts, who has been on-camera talent on my Star Trek episode, and it's on Sliders when I was producer.
Hey, there we go.
As a bum, and and he's in Space Command, and of course Dave Edison, and he was our wonderful editor.
Happy New Year. Thanks
And is showcasing one of our cool T-shirts.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Space Command Forgiveness.
Thanks for joining us on the journey.
Yes.
And another table member and fan of Space Command. Good to see you. And this is Howard Benjamin, who is on camera talent on Space Command, and also is our wonderful sound recorder, and just invaluable.
Once we release Forgiveness, you'll know him as Elder Howard.
Elder
not
Howard.
to spoil anything.
Yes.
It was a stretch.
Yes. And then we'll have him go through a youth ray and be younger Howard.
There we go.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, if it worked for Neil deGrasse Tyson,
True.
we'll put him on that Eterna Youth.
On the Youthifier, yes.
Yes.
Exactly. And so then here
Yeah.
we have a fun thing over here. So yeah, you have to wear glasses though, because otherwise you won't be able to see in 3D. But we're showing Space Command in 3D in here. I have a TV that converts 2D to 3D. Yeah, the glasses make it work. So yeah. Yeah, and if you need the sound adjusted or anything, this is,
No, it looks cool. I
Yeah.
can hear.
Yeah, okay.
So I have a question.
Yes, Mas.
Ines was asking me things
Yes.
like a light for the band or something.
A light for the band.
Light.
Sure. We
Yeah,
can-
I have to go on the other side because
Yeah.
we do have a light.
Oh, yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to look at where the jails are. and the
Absolutely.
light. I'll probably go and get
Okay,
one.
at your convenience. That's
There you
great. Okay, good. So,
Right.
so we can walk over here,
Sure.
and then this is the outside.
The exterior.
Studio 3, and this is of course our different. We're live streaming Mr. Sci-Fi. This is our different Pat Pedersen, whom I met when I met Elaine, and we've been friends forever. And this is Elaine, of course, who writes and directs and produces with me and is invaluable and wonderful. And Michelle DaCosta, our Vice President of Development, both here, and she's flown in from London. And boy, her arms are tired.
Jolly old London town.
Yeah, and so that's great. It's so great to have everyone here. Did you see the spacesuits and all that stuff, Pat?
Oh, no, not yet.
Well, yeah. And then Tim Russ is here. He played Tuvok in Star Trek, and he has a band, and he's going to be performing. So that'll be, it's like, well, see, this is, I mean, if you've seen Babylon, they have this party that's just like they pull out all the stops, and
Right.
so this is the same kind of Hollywood party as that.
Yeah.
Except we don't have the dwarf with the giant male genitalia. We're working on it.
It's not
But-
quite a Gatsby party
It's
yet,
not a
but
Gatsby
we're
party.
getting there.
Exactly. So we can walk over this way.
Yeah.
Adam, and so here, by the way, is the Mr. Sci-Fi. This is my.
The Mr. Sci-Fi mobile.
It is, yes, exactly, with the sticker of Ripley on one side from Alien.
Yes, and there's some cool features on the inside as well, such as
Yes, like the Space Command headrest.
the headrest
Yeah,
has the Space
yeah.
Command logo.
Right, it's very, very fun. And then
Very
over
cool.
Over here is my secret Jewish space laser corps, Mazel Tov, because Marjorie Green Taylor said we Jews have secret space lasers. So I thought, well, I should then sign up.
You know.
Why not have a space laser? Absolutely. And so now, and the weather's very nice here in Southern California.
We've got a nice sunset happening right now.
Exactly. And as you can see, this is a nice home for Space Command. It's very quiet, which we like.
Yes. Randall and Donna Riggs say Happy New Year and wish they could be here in person.
Thank you.
Let me just catch up on some of these here. Rose says good afternoon.
Good.
Let's see what. Steve K says Space Command in 3D.
Yeah, very, very fun. Very, very fun. And but the cool part is, we're shooting hour 6 and almost ready to finish hour 6. I'm raising the money to shoot it later in this month. So if anyone's interested in that, please let me know. But it's great to have your own studio because when I was a kid and I went on the set of the original Star Trek, the last episode they ever shot, to have standing sets. So if you want to go back and reshoot something, you can. So and one thing that served me very well, of course, is that I'm a science fiction geek, and so I follow my own heart, my own aesthetic, and it works out great. And by the way, for any of you who don't know this, I just posted the first 2 hours of Space Command, the complete 2 hours in UHD on Mr. Sci-Fi a few days ago. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. You'll love it, I think. And tell your friends because we've just hit 90,000 subscribers. I think with a little bit of pushing that rock up the mountain, we'll hit 100,000, and then God knows from there.
Great.
So,
Jason Bjorkman says hello, Earthlings.
yes. Hello. But Happy New Year, everyone. We're here in 2023.
Very nice to meet you, Earthlings.
Very
Sorry.
futuristic. Yes.
Yeah. So you mentioned hour 6.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly is? Let's walk through those 6 hours.
Yeah.
So hours 1 and 2 is the pilot, right?
Well, it actually starts earlier than that.
Right.
There's a prequel called United Planet that we did as a radio play, and then we're doing it as a graphic novel. We published the first 3 issues of the comic, and we're combining them into what's called an Arnie, Bill Mummy, Doug Jones, and I wanted to set a story prior. See, the Space Command pilot, Redemption, takes place 60 years from now. The prequel starts 30 years from now and ends at the scene where the pilot begins. And so, but I wanted Mike Harney to play the same character, but we couldn't use them. We didn't have $1 million like Scorsese to youthify our actors. So I did it as an audio play and then a graphic novel. So that's the first episode. It sets up a lot of the backstory. Then there's Redemption Part 1 and Part 2. That's our 2-hour pilot. It splits into 2 episodes. Then during the pandemic, because we couldn't shoot with our actors at the studio because everyone was stuck at home, we did a bonus episode called Ripple Effect. And it was a 2-hour episode. It had all of our cast, plus Armin Shimmerman and Christina Moses, many others, Barbara Bain. And again, because I wasn't able to get to the episodes that would introduce some of the characters, these were extra scenes that Elaine and I wrote, and we directed our actors long distance, and it was really fun. So that's episodes 3 and 4, sort of a bonus. And then Forgiveness follows right on the heels of Redemption, and we're calling it episodes 5 and 6 because by our lights it is. And we shot all of hour 5 now, and we've shot 75% of hour 6. And now we just have the big climactic scene to shoot. We'll have all of it in principal photography all done.
And there's still a few perks of
Well,
virtual walk-on roles and stuff like that to do, but that's all in post technically.
One of our Kickstarter donors actually flew in from Moscow before the war, and yeah, and she's wonderful in the show, and so it's great, but so then after that we're doing the Great Solar War, which comes right on the heels of basically these stories. They tell a story within 2 hours, but then they combine to form a larger arc and tell a larger story
as part of the first season. Yeah.
Yes. And so after Forgiveness, we're writing the production draft now of Great Solar War, which comes right after that, and then after that is Empire. That's the one that has Armin Shimmerman in it, playing the grandson of Bob Picardo, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then after that is the Harvester, which finishes out the first season. And so these are big stories. They take place throughout the solar system and beyond. And we're working with wonderful actors. Tim Russ is playing in the band tonight, so maybe I'll get to know him a little better and put him in Space Command.
We'll see. You never know.
Stranger things have happened. And
and has gone for 4 seasons. Oh wait, no, we're.
But also, in Forgiveness we have Ferran Tahir, who played the starship captain at the beginning of JJ's Star Trek episode. He was in Iron Man. He's in a ton of things, and also the very famous James Hong, who's in Blade Runner and Big Trouble in Little China, one of my favorite actors, and John Hennigan, who's a very famous wrestler, and then the rest of our Space Command cast. So it's very fun. We just shot a scene with Sean Kenny, who played Captain Pike in the Menagerie as Captain Pike in the wheelchair, and so these people who are like idols to me. And we shot a scene with Nichelle Nichols that's in Forgiveness as well.
Yes,
so
probably one of the last scenes
it's probably the last acting she did.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad because I met her when I was 10. And she was so supportive and so wonderful, and so to be able to come full circle 50 years later and be able to work with her on Space Command, and show her the scrapbook I kept when I was 10, that had the letters that she wrote me and the signed photo of herself as a Uhura that she gave me. This is when Star Trek was on the air, on network, and it's one thing I hope I'm able to do for a lot of our Space Command fans and Mr. Sci-Fi fans is bring a little magic, a little of my world into their world. Because when I was a kid, that's what Star Trek did in Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. When I went on that Star Trek set, it was like Alice through the Looking Glass. It was so magical to sit in the captain's chair and stand on the transporter grid. It was just amazing. So we're just down that way. You'll see license plate that says Mr. Sci-Fi, and just pull in there and go into Studio 3. And we're doing a live stream on Mr. Sci-Fi. I'll be over there shortly. It's good to see you. Yeah. So, but it's just like, for me, this is so magical. And I mean, when you think about it, it's just so exciting because here we are. We're having a party at our studio, 3 stages, with all of these people that we care about and that are our family. And some of them are well known and some lesser known, but
studios that we put together. Yes. Like this isn't, as you can see, this isn't a normal. Yeah, this isn't a movie studio. Normally, this is a warehouse. These are warehouses that we converted to studios.
Yes. And this is exactly what Joe Straczynski and John Copeland did on Babylon 5. They found like an Orange Crush factory and retooled it into a studio in the north part of the valley. And Joe used to joke that the Warner Brothers executives would never come around because there were no good restaurants in the neighborhood. And so he had autonomy, and more or less, and we have complete freedom here. We can do whatever we want. And share with you, the audience. Yeah. So and getting a little cooler now as the sun sets. So
now I'm not regretting bringing my jacket.
I think it's good, and this is nice and warm too.
Yeah.
So no, it's really fun because we can. So over here, we'll show you. This is we'll show you Studio 1. Studio 1 is used now for storage. But I'll show you
storage and like administrative things as well. Yeah.
Yes. So let me take you in here.
So on shooting days, this front room here is our makeup and hair room. But it's on non-shooting days, it's our kind of our lobby, I guess you could say.
Yeah. This is our studio.
There we go.
And I think some people are looking for where the party is. So let me. Hi guys. So are you looking for the party?
Our latest poster for forgiveness.
Hi.
Official.
So the food and everything is in Studio 3, which is down that way on the right hand side.
And then over here, we've got panels of our comic.
Yeah. But the main party is over there. Okay. It's good seeing you. Okay.
Just showing up some panels of our.
This is some of the artwork from
the comic book.
The comic book, yes, by the wonderful Tahani Farr, and some of our posters, and then in here is sort of one of our bases of operation that includes the prototype of our creature, and this is a photo of me when I was on the set of DS9, Far Beyond the Stars, and the cast signed this to me. It was sort of the fake magazine cover they did of DS9 in the 50s. And then this is all of our actors, signed photos, of course. And then here's some of our weaponry that we use. And
props.
Statues of Jack, Captain Jack Hammer, and statues of me that are used in the show. And this is I guess, just some photos of me on the DS9 set with Armin and Renee Echeverria and me and Elaine with the Stars of Robinson Crusoe on Mars, which is one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. And there we are with Rod Serling's Emmys up in upstate New York. So that's pretty fun. And then
and we've got concept art.
These are the Space Band card that we're working on. And then there's the helmet that Doug Jones wears in Redemption. And
then on the wall we have V'ger.
That's V'ger. My friend Greg Jean gave me that, and it's really, really cool. Let's see, does it light up still, or I don't know if we still have that?
Oh, it's the right here. Let me show you.
Yeah.
It's this little guy, right?
That one. Great. And then it lights up.
Ooh.
That's V'ger. Yeah, that's V'ger. So
now this is a really cool
feature
this is here.
A mini. Yeah, this is the maquette of our 8-foot tall creature. So that's what it's going to look like, and
especially this
because is a miniature of our set.
That way we can figure out what the set should look like.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Great.
Yeah.
Without moving those giant panels.
Where are we going?
Yes, the studio.
Okay.
So see, we would set these up to say, okay, we want it to look like this, and this thing will go here, and this thing will be on its side, and then when we like it, then we do it in real life over in the studio. So again, that's our maquette of our 8-foot tall creature that we're going to have a actor inside of and manipulating it. That's going to be really cool. Coming up soon. I think. Oh, and here's some posters that we used during our premiere at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. Of course, and then here's some other. These are reference shots from other movies. Can you guess? Can you guys guess what movie some of these are from? Huh? Maybe Aliens? Huh? Or Alien? Anyway, I was just showing them the reference photos.
Yeah.
Because we have a hospital scene in Space Command, so we wanted some reference photos.
Well, it's just to see how
we've now shot. Yes.
Yes.
We got mail here.
Yes, and it's not to do it the same way, but it's just to see how other directors solve certain production problems.
Right.
So then over here, there's a picture that Jonathan Harris of Lost in Space signed to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then here is Studio 1, which we're using as a construction space right now.
And storage.
Yes. So up there are two warheads from the movie War Games that Greg Jean gave me, and we used them in...
Would you like to play a game?
Yes.
And these big giant panels are where we store...
Those are parts of the Paladin, yeah, absolutely.
It's where we store those walls from the, right now, of course, as you've seen, they're over in the party space.
And then this is Frankenfish. Someone gave that to me, and so we're going to use it one way or another. And then here's,
This we've already used.
yes, this is from Falling Skies, and we used it to augment the set that we built of the alien spaceship.
Yep.
Michelle.
Hi.
This is Michelle Hart. Yes, did you have
I
a
just
question?
went to look at the figures because I was helping stand
Yeah.
them up and dress them the other
Pretty
day.
amazing, huh?
Oh, the room looks fabulous.
It does.
And we'll come back in there
we'll
for
be
those
back
of you
there, yeah, in a
who
minute. But
who
yeah,
haven't
and
seen
the
yet.
fun part is that I've never had it all set up like that, so it's fun to see it en masse. Yeah,
Here's
and
some more
Michelle,
stuff.
there's nothing on the wall that describe what everything is. The spacesuits. Yeah, I never saw that.
Kind of didn't, but that's okay.
Yeah, but if you check that out, it's fun too.
These chairs we
Great.
used
I'm
in
gonna
a.
walk back to the party
Cool.
before I get so cold that I can't.
That sounds good. That sounds good. And then-
I think those might be the monitors.
I don't know. Well,
Maybe.
maybe some of them are, but let's
Maybe.
We should go find out.
But
Yeah,
those
absolutely.
those very nicely wrapped up things over there are
Yes.
going to be part of the alien spaceship
Yes,
as
exactly.
well.
And then here's like Captain Cameron's chair, you know, and this is a hibernation pod that was used in Electric Dreams, the Philip K. Dick series, and that's one of our Cloverfield Paradox panels. And this was again used in Falling Skies, and we redressed it for our alien ship. And you know, just and then here's where we make stuff, build stuff. This is
Anything that we don't already have or can't find, we
Yes.
build.
yes, yes. And so now we can take you over to Studio
2, yes.
and we'll show you that. On the first version of the live stream, we gave you a bit of a tour of that, but many of you probably were not
On
here
yet.
So I can take you into it. And again, this is just like magic, you know. It's just so fun. It's like going.
And yes, we also have a
The
bathroom
batter
here.
can be very handy at certain times. God knows. There.
All right, and now on to Studio 2. So these are little warehouses that are side by side. They don't connect to each other, but they're really close. You just walk out of one and into the other. So here's Studio 2.
Right. Right.
This is on shoot days. We have a table here, and this is our craft services.
Yes. And then here we are with all the amazing items that we have. You know, just spaceship consoles from Cloverfield Paradox and a robot from Real Steel that we and spacesuits from my collection.
There we go.
Yeah. So and yeah, the wallet says
Oh, wait.
what those different spacesuits are.
I forgot we're supposed to be. Whoop. Let's
Horizontal?
see. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the Planet of the Apes.
I wonder if we can do that mid. No, I don't think we can do that mid.
Uh-oh.
This is cool.
What if I
Yeah.
did this?
Yeah, that's Cloverfield Paradox.
Nope.
Yeah. And,
No, it only likes it like this, so we're fine.
Buddy Peter,
Hey,
he's also really into practical models and stuff like
Cool.
that. Yeah, and he's a videographer for Chabuli.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's great. Well,
this is cool.
we want to set up some of the collection. So
Yeah,
that
yeah, it's great.
people- yeah, but we're utilizing this all in.
And it's all
The
recycled
show.
from other shows.
Yes. Well, that's the spacesuit my mom got me when I was a kid.
This one?
Uh-huh. It's a real one.
Wow.
It's a Navy high altitude suit, and we used it. It was used in Twilight Zone in Mexico Parallel. That's a photo of me at 15 wearing it.
Oh,
And then this is Outland. That was made for Outland. This is from a movie that Benedict Cumberbatch wore that one. It's called Dark Side of the Earth. And this is from the Carol Burnett show, oddly enough. And this is from Jane the Virgin.
Some of these people are rather tall.
They are. And then this was from Aliens. This was reused from Outland. And,
Wow.
And so when they find Ripley and they say, "Oh, she's alive," there goes our salvage guys. That's the backpack and the whole ensemble from that. This is
And these, what are these?
Ender's Game. Aren't they great?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really neat. And then this is from Ender's Game as well. We use that in the show. And here, this is from Lost in Space, not the helmet, but the suit.
The new Lost in Space?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then this is a replica 2001 spacesuit that we're going to be restoring and putting the helmet together, and just got all that stuff to print out. This is from Total Recall.
Might get away with just spray painting it white.
Well, we're going to spray paint it silver and then
Oh, okay, there
make
you
the
go.
helmet and the chest and backpacks. You know,
Okay, cool.
all that stuff. Yeah. And this is from Total Recall, the recent remake. This is actually Cloverfield Paradox. That's one of the most amazing ones. That's Twilight. This was made for Men into Space in 1959 and used in Twilight Zone, in Death Ship, and in tons of Outer Limits episodes. William Shatner wore that. And then this is the Thunderbirds panel, and that's from Passengers.
Do these work?
Not yet, but they will. They
That
will.
one moves. There we
Yeah,
go.
well, they move, but they also will light up when they're completely restored. Like, for instance, this thing, this button, you know, you do, I can get, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And,
That's some kind of cryogenic.
yeah, from Passengers, from the movie Passengers, yeah, we used it in the so that's from, that's allegedly from Rocky Jones' Space Ranger from the 50s. This is a Cloverfield Paradox. This is the winner of the spacesuit contest. Yeah, the spacesuit contest where people, it's not all put together right now, but it was basically you had to make a spacesuit for $100 or less, all from parts from Home Depot. That was the winner of that. This is the giant robot from Real Steel that was retooled.
Does it move and stuff?
No, but we can basically put it into a CG environment and have it move. But just having people doing a walk and talk and walking by this thing, you know.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Matt. But
You're a bot.
yeah.
Oh, that's mostly foam. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, careful.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
You break it, you buy it. Hey.
That's why you don't.
It might fit on the plane.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, but the yeah, it's cool. There you go.
I believe dubbed it the Mirrobot.
Yeah. Yes. And this is from Europa Report, and the helmet's from a movie called Ascent of the Planet. This is from Defying Gravity, and that's a real MiG helmet. And there's a photo of Elaine with the MiG, the airplane, Russian jet fighter. This is the door from the Paladin, our spaceship, our hero spaceship. So hi, how are you doing? Good to see you. There.
Oh,
Good.
yeah,
Life is
Spock.
good, life is
Oh,
good.
okay, that's a Star Trek.
That's
that-
totally a web spacesuit, yes.
Is that real or is
We
that?
made it when we did the Sulu episode. We made this, but it's replicating
Oh, okay.
the design.
Replica, okay.
It's replicating the design that was done by William Ware Tice on Foley Webb on the Star Trek episode. It's a great spacesuit, and that's the phaser we used in the show.
The tricorder.
Yeah, and that's a
I have this phaser.
yeah, and that's a life and asking Leonard Nimoy that I made it into that, and that's from Red Planet. Val Kilmer wore that one, and the one behind you is Pluto Nash,
Val
Eddie Murphy.
Kilmer, wow. I
Yeah.
didn't know he was in that.
Yeah, it's supposedly he and his co-star couldn't stand each other and wouldn't be in the same shot. So every shot that shows the two of them is a VFX shot where they could combine the two of them. And that's Pluto Nash, and the helmet's from Way Out, which is a Jerry Lewis movie.
Oh, look. Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but when that came up on eBay, it's like, yeah, I want that, so, but yeah, and then this is just from the alien spaceship that we're building, and it's gonna have smoke coming out of it. And so this is just kind of, what we do with our time. This is from Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, so, really
And
cool.
this is where you do the green screen shots currently.
Some of them, yeah, but we're constantly, reutilizing stuff, and again, this is just stuff that we've acquired that augments the things that we have, so, but this is Matt Weiss, and,
Where are those famous table and chairs that you found in the street?
those are put away right now. Well,
Yeah.
there's one of them up there, that wire.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, for the departure lounge on the space station, someone threw out 3 white leather chairs, so I brought them to use. And then someone threw out a 4th chair that matched exactly those chairs. Then someone threw out an end table that was like white and was Art Deco and matched. And then like a year later, someone threw out an identical end table, and then someone threw out a white sofa.
That was the same person for all?
No.
Different people.
But I thought this could work in the
Maybe it's
departure
the
lounge.
Maybe.
I thought this would work perfectly in the departure lounge scene, and so it did. And I put video screens in the tables showing like different excursions you can take throughout the
Wow.
galaxy.
Yep.
So it was very
I didn't
fun.
realize it was a multi-part story. I thought it was just one time on the sidewalk.
No. See, the
Okay.
cool thing is that people throw stuff out. I live in a neighborhood where people throw out really cool stuff. Hello, David Bartlett. It's our producer, David Bartlett, and he
Say hi to our live stream.
And he left something at home. Do you want to tell him what you left at home, David? He left 100 pounds at home.
Oh, hey, there you go.
This is not being shot. This is not being shot anamorphic. We're not shooting anamorphic. This is look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right. Right. And it's a special diet where you save the flab in a barrel at home and you stir it regularly. So
That was a Doctor Who episode.
there you go.
Yes.
Yes.
The adipose.
Like 120 pounds.
Yes.
Or it walks away.
For a show in a little red wagon
Yeah.
in cellophane. Not her fat, but obviously, but
And she named it now it's a child.
representative.
Well,
Yeah. But here we are. Yeah.
you know,
So
5 pounds of fat is actually about that big.
well, there you
So
go.
100 pounds would be.
Yeah. Well, there.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a Thai waitress.
Yeah.
There you go. So the food and everything is in Studio 3.
Okay.
Yep.
And that
We
way-
actually came over here to go to the bathroom.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, much more entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great.
So I think we'll take a break and then we can resume
Sure. Sounds good.
later. We can resume on Zoom.
Great. Thanks. Bye.
All right.
Okay. Cool. There we go.
See you guys.